Well, huzzah, and well met again, my noble friends. You might be able to tell that I don't quite sound like myself. I'm dealing with a bit of congestion again. So, to that end, this is going to be a shorter video than I had planned for this time around. But however, I think you'll enjoy it. This one is a lot of fun, and a very simple redstone circuit. Before that, I have two subjects I want to touch on quickly. The first being, yes, I did take down the ink squid farm video. There was just too much wrong information in that, and as I've done more research on glow squids and fish spawning farms, there will be videos of that in the future with better researched information. Secondly, I would like to offer an apology to Blujay Games. I promoted my channel a little bit on the comments of one of his videos, and I understand that that's a pretty unprofessional move to make. And to Blujay, I'm sorry for that. It won't happen again. I really did it reflexively, but that's no excuse. And the damage is done. So I've edited my comment that he was not happy with, and offered the apology there as well. But I'd prefer to speak it, directly as possible rather than just leaving it as a response comment, and to also hopefully that he'll see this. So anyways, let's get into this video. And we are going to be making an automatic sheep shearing farm. So these are the things you're going to need. These amounts of these items are not correct or necessary, so don't don't worry about that. But what you need to do is start with a chest, and you're going to need a 3x3 area, and there will be a fourth block to the back, as you'll see that as we build this. And like I said, this one is super easy, not a lot of redstone to understand, but for the sake of keeping this video short, you'll place a hopper in a minecart with hopper on a rail over a hopper. You can break the rail if you desire, it's not necessary. But what you do want to do after you get your minecart with hopper in place is mostly surround it. You can go all the way around, just remember you need to have clear blocks over top of the chest so you can still open it. So that's going to be your collection system. And this, like I said, this is a super easy farm, and this video is going to be kind of short for that reason. But what we'll need first is to place an observer looking at this center grass block. So that's the output side. I'll show you. We can show you the face of our observer, observing the state of this grass block. Then we're going to put a solid block behind that. We want one for a circuit, and just for consistency, I'll use yellow. As you can see in the background, we've used yellow over there, and you can make this in all 16 dye colors of wool that you can get in this game. So that's a great deal of fun. If you're in survival mode, this part can be a pain to build yourself a sheep pen. Whoops, let's don't get ahead of ourselves. You need a dispenser sitting on top of your observer and looking towards the inside. So our observer faces away when we place it. Our dispenser faces towards us when we place it. You put redstone dust on here so that when the observer sees the change, it powers this block, powers the redstone dust, and powers the dispenser to fire. Or activate, I guess, would be a more appropriate word. And then you just need some shears. You can fill these up with shears, and what I like to do is fill them up with enchanted shears with unbreaking. Because at the point that you're building a wool farm, you probably have plenty of experience levels to use for enchanting. Or you're like me and you've built yourself an entire set of librarians to have all top level enchantments. So now you'll need to find yourself a sheep. And you can use a lead or wheat to lure a sheep or drag a sheep into place. And as soon as the sheep eats the grass, the observer observes the change in that block and it activates. And it's really just that simple. That is how easy this farm is. You can take and put a trapdoor on top if you'd really like to, or you can just block it in with glass. Your sheep will be fine and safe that way. But what you will need to do before you finish, before you block off your access to your sheep, is get at least one of each color of dye so that you can have an entire rainbow of sheep. They will always grow back the same color, so you will have an operating farm that is constantly making all the colors of wool that you need. These farms were activated before the sheep were dyed. That's why you're seeing some of the white wool in here. But yeah, you place them in whatever configuration that you want. I like just 2 rows is easy enough. But you can see them easily working. And then as long as you're in the area, allowing the sheep to within your simulation distance, they will keep working and keep eating the grass and keep being sheared. And that's how you end up with the rainbow wool farm. So, a couple side pointers here. You can take and place your collection system right on top of one of the hopper loaders I've shared with you before. Or hopper loaders, a shulker box loader, and you can even color code your shulker boxes to match. Now, this one hasn't been running long enough to fill one up, but you can do it that way. You can place them over my sequential silo or my stacked silo. Well, it's not mine. I shared this from someone else. You'll see them being lit up as they're getting loaded into the silo. And it really doesn't take that long before you have more wool than you'll ever be able to use, unless you really have a large area to carpet. Once again, simple, the same simple farm. I left the fronts off of these ones so you could see the working, but the collection system, just instead of going into a chest, it goes directly into the hopper line and into those chests, or into the sequence, or directly into the shulker box loader. And then you load your shulker boxes in this front hopper. And that's really all there is to it for this video. I apologize, but this is straining for my voice tonight. And as I said, I need more research into squid, glow squid, and fish farms before I share another video like that with you. So with all of that being said, this is your White Sun Paladin, and I hope you are blessed on your next adventure, and I am off to another quest where I don't have to talk as much.